Hey, this is Nicolosi. Welcome back to part 2 of our ring modulation series in Mela. In part 1, we used an oscillator as a carrier and LFO as a modulator to create ring modulation. Now, let's explore a more precise approach. We'll replace the LFO with another VA oscillator and set its ring parameter to 100%. This makes the second oscillator the modulator. Notice how the sound has jumped up by an octave. Why is that? Recall that ring modulation generates sum and difference frequencies. Since both oscillators are set to 300 Hz, the sum is 600 Hz, an octave higher, and the difference is 0 Hz. The 0 Hz component, which appears as a peak in the spectrum, is also known as DC offset. While it's not always an issue in modular synthesis, you usually filter it out with a DC blocker. We'll cover creative uses of the DC component later in this series. To modulate at a different frequency, insert a fixed frequency module before the second oscillator. Setting it to 100 Hz will give us the same result as before. In digital, ring modulation is just multiplying two signals, but in analog circuits it's done with a ring of diodes, hence the name. Now let's replace the modulator with a ring mod module. This emulates analog nonlinearities, adding extra harmonics. At 100 Hz, you can hear more than just the expected 200 and 400 Hz components. And the character dial lets you control the amount of added harmonics. Okay, that's all for now. Stay tuned for part 3. For questions, drop a comment below. See you next time.